Conservative New Media viewers, we've got some news to bring you from the NBA. The Utah Jazz have vaporized the Los Angeles Lakers tonight in Orange County, California by the score of 114-80. Look, this was a beatdown. I didn't get to see a lot of this game because I was watching the presidential debate, and we had to do some work on a video about that. But this was just crush city. The Lakers were down by 20 points at halftime. Obviously, it got worse. Now, one bright spot for LA tonight was Kobe Bryant scored 23 points in the third quarter. Now, as I said, they were already down by 20 points going into the third quarter, and they actually got outscored in the third quarter as well. So it didn't mean a lot in terms of the effect of the game. But Kobe did have a big third quarter after starting the game shooting 3 for 10. I believe his final stat line was 10 for 18. So he got himself righted the ship after that tough start. Look, now I know people are going to come on here and say, oh, Paul, it's preseason. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, we know the Lakers are 0-4 and they've lost all 4 games by 13 points or more. You're right. It doesn't mean anything. It is the preseason. The Lakers have 4 more preseason games. Their first regular season game is on October 30th, which is 2 weeks from Tuesday, yesterday, today, wherever you're at right now in the world. I will say this, though. The one thing that it tells me, these losses, are that LA absolutely must have Dwight Howard in order to compete for a title this year, because I just don't think their defense is good enough without him. They have played, I think, 2 games in this preseason with Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, and Pau Gasol all out on the court. The only person that was missing was Dwight Howard. And their defense, if you've watched any of these games, it's just not good enough, and in my opinion. And I think that's going to be a problem all year. As I have said before, the Lakers are old. Kobe Bryant's 34 years old. Steve Nash is 38 years old. Pau Gasol is 32 years old, but he's about as old of a 32 as you can be. He plays a ton of international competition in the summer, as he did in the Olympics this year. He's got a lot of miles on him for a 32-year-old. Now, I'm not saying Pau is done. He's not. He's still a great player, I believe. But you need young, fresh legs to be able to guard the rim, because guys are going to get around the defense on the perimeter on LA just because of how old they are. And that's why Dwight Howard is absolutely critical. The other person that's critical is Jordan Hill, who has missed all the preseason with a herniated disc in his back. I think we have seen the importance of both of those 2 players. I'm not saying LA, it doesn't matter. Yeah, preseason, whatever, but you don't want to be losing games by 34 points, even in the preseason. You don't want to be 0-4, even in the preseason. So the Lakers have a lot to do in the next 2 weeks. Foremost being get Dwight Howard on the court and get him ready to actually play in a game. I think he's practicing right now with the team. That is good news. For the Jazz tonight, I think they had 7 players in double figures. Nobody played more than 23 minutes for them, so this wasn't like they were playing their starters extended minutes to try to run up the score. It wasn't like that. I think they were actually without starting point guard Mo Williams, or he might be the first guy off the bench, but he did not play tonight. It was just kind of a methodical, well-scoring, distributed beatdown, and that's what this was. And I tell you who did not look good for LA tonight was Anton Jamison. And people are saying afterwards on some of the internet boards, oh, this guy's done, he should retire, whatever. I don't know about that, but he's pretty old, and I don't know what you're going to get out of him steadily. He started at the power forward spot tonight for Pau Gasol. Sacre, or however you say his name, started at the center position for Dwight Howard. There are going to be questions certainly about LA's age and health, and there are also going to be questions about their depth. Jody Meeks was good for the Lakers tonight. He hit some outside shots. Finished with 12 points, I believe. He was the only other Laker besides Kobe in double figures. Look, we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not going to go crazy about it. It is preseason. But Utah just waxed the Lakers tonight. And there's no way around that. So we'll see. Like I said, we got 2 more weeks of preseason. And we'll see where things end up soon. For Conservative New Media, this is NBA expert Paul F. Villarreal. We'll talk to you again soon.